big 40.
All right, 40. What's your zodiac sign?
I'm an Aries.
Aries. Do you have any kids?
I do. I have 2 adult children and 4 small kids.
How old are your kids?
12, 9, and I have 5-year-old twins.
Okay, so you have 4 children.
Well, I have 2 older kids. They're grown.
Okay, let me start from the beginning.
6.
How many kids do you have?
I have 6 children in total.
Anybody interested? Bueller. She tried, girl, you try to play it off like we can't count. Girl, come on now. Anybody interested? Bueller. Oh, Lord.
Okay, that's what I need to know first.
Yep.
6 kids.
And
okay,
I have 4 small kids that live at home.
How old are all your children, honey?
21, 19, 12, 9, and 5-year-old twins.
Okay, by how many men?
3.
3 men.
Powerball numbers. If you win, don't forget my 10% cut. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you are new. This is the woman for one of y'all because Dr. Umar said.
Why are you not with the 5-year-old twins, Dad?
He liked to drink, and I'm not really I'm not an alcoholic, so yeah.
Okay.
I see Kendra still going along with bullshit. Oh, I had kids for him, but he liked to drink. But that grade A is something different now. I take it every time.
Have you ever been married?
No.
Girl.
Okay.
You
So Tessa, North Carolina, 40 Aries, mom to 6 kids, 2 adults, 4 younger. What do you do for a living, honey?
I work in the mental health profession, but I am currently going to school doing my preliminaries for nursing.
So you work in the field, but you don't go for the services. I'm thinking that's a little ass backwards, but what do I know?
Mental health profession, and you're going to school for nursing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I think I have it all. Let me see. We got Tessa, North Carolina, 40 years old, Aries, mom to 6, 5 men, never married, mental health profession, going to school for nursing. You ready, Tessa?
I'll try to set my camera up for that. Okay.
What kind of man you looking for, honey?
Someone who is just I don't want to say it's hard to describe what you want because people start to think that you're needy. I just want someone normal, like someone from a decent background, someone who has goals, someone who washes their hands when they come out of the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Of course, have good dental hygiene. I've always been a strong, independent person. So
anybody strong, independent? I don't need a man. Strong, independent. I don't need a man. Y'all are not washing your hands when you come out of the bathroom. Is that where we are right now? Shit. This woman don't know what she wants. That's why you got 6 kids by 5 men. Because if she didn't have twins, it would be a 6 by 6. So what's this one? It's a 6 by 5, right? If she did not have twins with the last one, then she would have 6 by 6.
I just wanted to be clear. I have 6 kids because I'm strong enough to raise them all.
You have no choice, child.
I've went through a lot raising my children, but nevertheless, it has made me a better person. So a lot of times men are scared of a woman with 6 kids. I'm very...
Y'all are scared of a woman with... You scaredy cats. Y'all are just some scared punk ass biatches. You just scared of her because she got 6 kids. What you scared of? Don't be scared. Don't be scared, okay? Shout out to my girl. Don't be scared. Just go ahead and take one for the team. That's your job. Take one for the team, child. Y'all just scared. She's strong. She's strong, independent. She don't need a man. But now she on this show to get a man. 6 kids later, 5 men later, but y'all are scared. Clearly there's 5 people who wasn't scared, child. Why don't you go find one of them? Child, I know that's crazy talk, right? Shout out to Retired Aviator in the building. Thank you so much, hon. He said, become a nurse at retire. Stop it. How old is she? I missed it. How old is she? Y'all said retirement age. Oh, so she probably ain't having no more. If she's that old, then she ain't having no more kids because she's too old to have kids then. Because, child, I promise you, really, it probably would have been 6 and 6, a 6 by 6. Thank you so much, hon. Shout out to Classic Perspective in the building. I see you. I appreciate you, hon. He said, what the F? You're that bad at picking men? A dude that washes their hands, laughing my ass off. You damn right I'm scared. I have no kid. Y'all ain't shit, okay? You should not be scarred. You should not be scarred, okay? It's all good. Dr. Umar says that y'all are supposed to take this woman on. So which one of y'all is lining up? Which one of y'all is lining up to take this woman and her 6 kids on? They need help. 2 are out of the house, so you really only have to worry about 4. And 1 set of twins. Okay? Just letting you know. Somebody says she's 40. She could push another one out.
Well set and taking care of my children without the assistance of a consistent companion. So I'm not looking.
Child, there's something going on with her mouth. I don't know if y'all hear it. I said mouth with an F. There's something going on with her mouth because it sounds like what is it that when you have plastic rubber bands on your teeth or something like that? Is it a retainer or something? She got something going on in her mouth. I hear it. It sounds annoying.
Looking for a baby daddy. I'm not looking for someone to come in and do anything that they do not want to do. I'm very upfront about just being strong in that aspect. However, my perfect companion would be a family guy, someone who's oriented. He can have children.
The white cartoon man? Shout out to Jay Gray with the bingo. Totally did not see the tramp stamp until you just said it, child. Clearly I'm not paying attention. I need to be refreshed on Kendra G. I'm used to now the Balloon Pop show. I think I want to do a Kendra G versus Balloon Pop. Y'all let me know what you think about that. Shout out to Jay Gray. He said 1 beastie tramp stamp chest tattoo. 2, 40 years old, no man's land. 3, 6 kids. 4, 3 baby daddies. I think she got 4 baby daddies, don't she? All right, maybe it's 3. 4, I'm big yo effing back. And 5, didn't want alcohol. Didn't want an alcohol baby daddy. And yet that's what you got, child. You cannot make it up. Nothing has changed over here. I can't do this. OMG. Come on, child. This is 40 though? Are y'all sure she's 40? Yo, I guess if you got 6 kids, that'll make you look a little older, child.
Children. I don't mind that. I love kids. Just don't be messy. Like, it's so many times, like, if you have a baby moms or whatever, that's cool. Just
She
be
might
like,
spit on
don't
you.
be messy with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just be normal. And I can pretty much adapt to anything. Now, what I'm not going to deal with, like the deal breakers. Oh, sorry, Miss Kendra. I'm sorry.
No, good.
The deal breakers, what I'm not
hurry
going to
up.
deal with is deception. I've been through a lot where I've healed from people being disloyal to me. So, like, I'm not going to go back
Did she say Killed? I'm not going back.
to that. So that's like, soon as you could bring back a receipt and say that it was $10 and you give it to me and it was $6.99, I'm gonna feel some type of way. Yeah, because people, that's a consistent thing. Like, being honest is something that you make a habit of. So you always just try to be clear and cut because people are crazy these days.
Ma'am, you're on that list. Ma'am, you are on that list. I love how people want to give up all this knowledge and don't even realize that they are the problem and that you don't make no sense whatsoever. Like, none. And you need to get whatever it is going on in your mouth fixed because it sounds crazy. All I'm imagining is spit just coming out.
really broke it down. So
Broke down nothing,
Tessa,
Kendra.
should the man look a certain way?
I prefer height and chocolate. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a colorist. But
Damn.
sorry. I'm not a colorist by far, but I
Can't see the
just like
forest
what
through
I
the
like.
trees.
Light-skinned men are attractive in some aspect, but it's just not typically for me. But I'm open to anyone
Well,
that
you're
is.
light skin, so you want to date a man your complexion?
She brown skin.
I'm not light-skinned. I don't think I'm
Yeah, she
light-skinned.
brown
You don't think
skin.
you're light skin? What do you think you are?
She's same as you,
Like a
Kendra.
pecan, light skin, pecan. But I mean, yeah, my shade are a little darker, but I'm not a colorist. Like as long as the guy is down to earth and he takes care of himself. I don't like hair chest,
Take
like
care of
chest hair,
themselves.
You don't
whatever.
like hair chest?
Is that what that is, or chest hair?
Chest hair, maybe?
Okay, so when someone says they don't like a tattoo on the chest or being spit on, then she gonna be mad.
And back hair.
Okay. So she don't like hair chest.
But I like big guys. I mean, not 600-pound life big guy, but stocky is good, thick. I'm a country girl, so I like I like them thick now.
Okay. What about money? Should he make a certain amount of money?
Just take care of himself.
And this day and age, and the way these women been taking care of these men, yes, he needs to make his own money. Cause I'm gonna carry my own.
How much money does he have to make? What's the minimum?
Kendra seems like she is not in the mood for this today. Shout out to Omega Sun's Light. Thank you, hon. He said her tongue fat. Oh, look at that pose. I gotta get this picture. I gotta get this. I'm glad I make myself laugh. Cause I gotta get this picture. What the hell is going on around? It's not my fault. It's not my fault. Kiddo. Oh my God. Let me take this shit off. It is hot in here, y'all. Woo, Lord. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I didn't do that on purpose. I didn't do that on purpose. I don't know how that happened. Woo, Lord, help me.
Well, in North Carolina, you got to make 3 times the rent to even survive. So the baseline for that is about $75,000.
Oh shit.
Okay. So he should make 75K.
75K.
That's just saying you can pay your own rent.
So really, that's the minimum.
Oh.
That's the minimum.
Did your children's dads all make 75K?
No.
Of course not. Especially the alcoholic, of course, child. Shout out to Jay Gray. Thank you, hon. He said, describing a man as thick is nasty work. Nasty work. I don't think so. You can be thick. Stop it.
Look at your neighbor and say he's a meat stretcher. He'll stretch your meat. What? Hallelujah. I beg your pardon. Look at your neighbor and say he's a meat stretcher. He'll stretch your meat. Hallelujah.
Have been swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing where everything was overwhelmed? Have you ever been swallowed up?
We haven't even gotten to the good part, y'all. Oh my God, this is half damn crazy. Shout out to y'all if you're still here. Hit the like button. Shout out to Classic Perspective. Thank you. Honey said her cow tongue will stimulate all arenas. She gonna scratch. She gonna be a meat scratcher. She gonna scratch your meat. Okay. She clearly scratches meat.
The last one didn't. He work at Walmart right now.
Did the two?
I mean, the
work
one
at
before the
Walmart.
last one, the one in the middle. He work at Walmart. He didn't.
Okay. So none of your children. You have 3. None of them made 75K.
Oh yeah, I just said the one didn't.
Mm-hmm. You
That's
changed
why
it.
3 did.
Why didn't it work out with the other 2 men you had kids by?
Because of Messy, and people make decisions that are not pertinent to where they're at now. And so back then I had a lot of growing to do too. I was raised from a Christian background, and so I always chose life over anything.
Take me to the King. Truth is, I'm tired.
Hey. Stop her. Hush, hush. Silence in the name of Jesus. I lift my hands.
I'm gonna need her to be silent, but we know that that's not gonna happen, ma'am. Come on, girl, just stop this.
And those were personal decisions, because everybody's accountable for their own actions. You know what I'm saying? So I chose life, and it's so easy to flush a kid down the toilet. That's just my
girl. What
I chose, to do me. So yeah.
Fair enough. No judgment.
No, ain't no fair enough, and we judging. She sat up here and said not to flush a kid down the toilet. How about you use some birth control? Birth control works. Why are Black people so opposed to fucking birth control? I'm confused. Why are we so freaking opposed to using birth control? The Lord said to go out and multiply. I can hear it now. Child, you can't make it up.
Judgment there. I guess what people will say is that's fair, but you went through it with 3 different men. So why maybe after the first or even second man? Because there's other precautions, like there's birth control that can also be implemented too, right? To prevent being in those positions. So I think people understand a one-time circumstance, but you went through the circumstance with 3 different men.
Well, everybody has their own story. I can't tell it on the Kendra, show tonight.
Now everybody got a story. Always an excuse. Just, ma'am, you were hoeing it up. You like to, my girl said in the comments, you want to feel good. What is that? Halle Berry said in whichever movie that was, Monsters Ball, if I'm not mistaken. Just cop to it. You was out here doing the damn thing. You wasn't worrying about no damn birth control. You wasn't worrying about damn future. And you possibly was selling cook cake.
I beg your pardon?
Everybody has their own.
Because of what you said. We don't have to deep dive.
No. I get it. I'm just saying, everybody, there's an explanation for that, but it's sort of too deep for here. But I get exactly what you're saying. I would say that too, just with someone else because I would want to know, what didn't work for you? You know what I'm saying? Because everybody has those questions. That's a real question. However, I say that I don't use that as a crutch. A lot of women use their choices sometimes that they make to do other excuses, like to treat men wrong, drag them, use them for money, do a lot of ill will things. I'm not bitter. So I just take it as it comes, and, I'm still human. I think I deserve to have fun, life, whatever the case.
Take it as it comes.
Absolutely. Something you said earlier, you said that you feel like sometimes men are, I don't want to quote you wrong. I'm not sure if you used the word intimidated, but you said scared of a woman that has 6 children?
Yeah, well, intimidated. Yes, ma'am. I did say that. Because they feel like, people, we want money. We want this, we want that. We want somebody to take care of our kids, this, that, and the third. And that may be the background for some women who have, they may be looking for that come up or whatever the case may be, but that's not every woman. So that's why I said that.
But you are saying the guy has to make at least $75K to date you.
Yeah, for himself. That means he can afford his own rent. That means he don't have to stay with me. Because remember, I told you in North Carolina, they to live, to actually survive, you got to make 3 times the rent. So
here's what they'll say. Okay, and I want you to respond to this.
okay.
And I know my cousins, if I make you a highlight, it's not that that man doesn't exist, but they will say, why would a man who makes 75K date a mother that has 6 children by 3 men?
Oh, well, I would say, I have dated men of many calibers, and that has not stopped me from pulling a lot of nice men who come from the background that I described. I'm not trying to sound cocky.
Right.
Nevertheless, I had my own objectives. I had my own goals, and I wanted to be at a place where I can say I want these things. Because I realized that I did have 6 kids, that I realized I am a single black woman, and it's going to be a little bit more harder for me to be in that pool. So once I was able to pull myself up to that threshold to be independent on my own, pay my own rent without Section 8, not be on food stamps, you know what I'm saying?
So you got off of the stuff. Congratulations. This is all word vomit as far as I'm concerned. Ma'am, you can't even answer the damn questions about your own damn life. Same crap, different damn biatch.
Let me just go in the bush and weep. Let me just go in the bush and weep. I just have to go in the bush and weep. Really. I don't understand.
I don't even know what the hell it is she talking about most of the damn time. Ma'am, you all over the place. You talking about now you are. So that's where you were. You pulled yourself out. Fine. What the F ever. This still is a crazy ass story. And I do believe that she can find someone that will date that ass. Okay. Now, if you're getting all these dates, then why are you on this daggone show? That's what I always want to know. But Kendra does kind of answer that later. Shout out to Ace Gates up in here. I appreciate you. He said, I heard we have a new member of the Hood, President Keisha Biden. Show enough, Joe Biden said he a black woman. Okay. Child, Joe is everything. And y'all better go ahead and vote for him because of the racism out here with Donald damn Trump.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
Project 25 and everything conservative, but ignore all those stories that we just saw earlier for the last 2 hours. Ignore all that, y'all. Ignore all that. Just worry about the racism, okay?
Be able to do those things or accomplishments from where I'm from. Sorry, Miss Kendra. And to be like, I can say, oh, I want this. I need this because, why not?
No, I love it. I guess the follow-up would be those men that you pulled in your caliber. What happened to those guys? Why couldn't they go into something long-term?
What happened?
Now, just because I was ready don't mean they was ready. And
but that's always what it kind of comes down to.
Period. But why not? It's not like I don't date a lot, Miss Kendra. Like, I'm very self-absorbed. Like, my kids working, things of that nature. So I feel like just seeing what's out there is okay, but I'm not really, I want to see, but it's not going to hurt me because I know the odds, like you said, like it's a lot of consistent things happening.
Well, the thing is, I have to be honest, I feel for a lot of black women because it's in the numbers game, the quantity is for the type of man y'all want. Now there's men, right? Okay. There's men out there every single day walking this planet. But most women want a certain type of guy, and there's not enough of that certain type of guy to go to every woman that desires him. So
you all are being talked about right now, gentlemen. Shout out to the crust, the dust, the must, and the rust up here in the chat or on replay. Okay. So now Kendra want to make sure that she feels sorry for all these black women because there's not enough men for the type of man that you want. You got the men that you wanted. She had 3 of them. And she couldn't make none of them work. But she know what she doing. She know where she at. She was young. It's not right. It's not fair. Oh my God. He is drunk. Blah, 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 blah. So is it really the man that's the problem? And I'm not saying that all the ninjas is right because they not, but she came on this show. She's the one that's speaking right now. She's telling this dumbass story. So these stories are still dumb. She's telling on herself. She's giving up the tape. You effed around with 3 people who clearly basically you're saying wasn't ish, even though 2 of them made the $75,000 requirement, but that also was well before you had 6 whole kids. So now that you got 6 whole kids, which of course you say you take care of your own kids and you no longer need Section 8. I know she said no longer, but she brought it up. So in my mind, that means she had it, and food stamps, even if it wasn't Section 8, whatever the help was, right? Excuse me. And now all of a sudden you want to be commanding and demanding. And then here come Kendra. I feel for black women. Y'all still watching this shit, falling for the same. How is it? No offense against Kendra, okay? How is it that y'all still watching this damn show? Now you got to go on the app from what I understand. So shout out to Kendra for making money upon money, right? Y'all still freaking thinking that you're going to come on here and find the love of your damn life. You out here with the same social media that she has, but you want to depend on her and watch this shit and say this dumb shit, put your business out here, then get mad and don't hear the fact that this story sounds stupid. What is your leverage, ma'am? That's what I want to know. Everybody think that they got some. What the hell do you have to offer someone to come in and be dealing with 6 kids? I don't care that 2 are out of the house. It doesn't matter that 2 are out of the house. Then you're talking about you don't want to take care of nobody, which means that you were taking care of people while you're sitting up here trying to tell us that you had 2 people who made $75,000. Now you got to make 3 times the rent. Now we want to toss rent in here is the problem. Before it was C-19 was the problem. Now who knows what's next is the problem. It'll be Donald Trump because he's racist and president, child. Whatever it is, it's always something. I hear no accountability. Ain't nothing changed. Kendra feeding into it. This woman sounding crazy. Now she in school. She got to change up. I'm a black woman. Child, nobody gives a fuck. Same crap, different biatch. I'm not trying to get mad. We ain't even to where we need to be at, child.
I actually feel like I do feel for my black sisters because I know that there's just the kind of guy that every woman wants. That guy, there ain't enough for to go to everyone. But there are men that you can have, but then it comes down to the men that you probably can have for whatever reason. I'm not saying you should be with this guy either. Mm-hmm. He's X'd out for whatever reason, and probably a legitimate reason. But that's just the circle that is going on
circle of life
in this conversation when we get to it. Okay, we're almost there. You told me your 3 flaws, right?
No, ma'am. So my 3 flaws is.
Wait, did I ask you before? Did I ask you your last relationship?
No, you didn't ask me that either.
Okay, let's get there. We do the Kendra Camp? We never do the Kendra Camp. Let's do the Kendra.
Is Kendra here? Is Kendra here on her own show? She don't even know what she asked, what she didn't ask, what needs to be asked, nothing. What is going on right now? What is going on? Shout out to the Squeegee Kid. He says recently several Kendra callers say the only men hitting them up or on her app are scammers. # not shocked. Then they'll fall for it. Shout out to Dr. Umar. And then they'll want to come back and sue Kendra or the company that runs the app and say it's all their fault. Just like people mad about Hinge, from what I understand, because they feel like that's racist. They're disproportionately affected by that. Oh, my God.
No, ma'am. Okay, so sorry, I got the...
There you go, gentlemen. There you go, gentlemen. There you go, gentlemen.
Where you from? North Carolina? You got that North Carolina cornbread fed.
Period. Got the.
Did y'all need to see it again? Here, let me help you out. Cornbread fed, child. Cornbread fed. Anybody interested?
That guy,
Bueller.
There ain't enough for
Bueller.
No, you didn't ask me that either.
Okay, let's get there. We do the Kendra Camp? We never do the Kendra Camp. Let's do
the Kendra Camp. No, ma'am. Okay, so sorry, I got the.
Okay, they telling me I skipped a lot. Okay, here we go. Ooh, big booty girls. Where you from? North Carolina? You got that North Carolina cornbread fed.
Period. Got the pintos over here in the crock pot.
When was your last relationship, Tessa?
So my last relationship was probably about 7 years ago.
7 years ago.
And yes, I have 5-year-old twins, but, and I tell this, and this is true, like if their dad was to come on here, he would say the same thing. We never had unprotected sex. You know that 1% where they say condoms are not effective? Yes. So, and that's that
so
on
you
that.
got pregnant with your twins while using a condom?
Yes, ma'am.
Take me to the king. Truth is, I'm tired.
think the more pressing question is, who got the ages? How old are these kids? Aren't the kids 5? If your last relationship was 7 years ago and you have 5-year-olds, that's the question right there. Not, do we need to know if you used a condom or not? Is that what I heard? Is the kid 5? Are the twins 5, y'all? Let me know, please, because I'm feeling like that's the real issue here, man. Come on now. Please stop it. And so not only did the condom not work, you also got a double shot with twins. Okay. Shout out to the squeegee kid. Thank you, hon. He said one Kendra caller was scammed out of 30,000. She called back into Kendra to try to out the guy. I guess he didn't need to make 100. Y'all, I think tomorrow is going to be Kendra versus the balloon. Okay. Okay, my girl says they're 5. Ma'am, we don't care about the condom, ma'am. Your last relationship was 7 years ago, but you have 5-year-old twins. So what you're saying is that it was a hookup, it was a one-night stand. What was it? You don't want, like, I guess no one figured that out that night. You too busy getting your meat stretched or having somebody stretch their meat.
Look at your neighbor and say he's a meat stretcher. He'll stretch your meat. What? Hallelujah. I beg your pardon. Look at your neighbor and say he's a meat stretcher. He'll stretch your meat. Hallelujah.
Have been swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing where everything was overwhelmed? Have you ever been swallowed up?
Shout out to Classy Perspective. I appreciate you. He says 75K for a used, not a used Geo Metro. I cannot. Y'all ain't shit. Please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. Come on, child.
Oh, wow.
And their dad would say the same thing.
Say again?
Their dad would concur that.
Woo, child. Okay.
Yep.
So you don't have to answer, but I'm going to ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
So what happened was, it's I'm not gonna front. It's been like 60 days or so, but I'm not.
That's a cool way to say 2 months.
Yeah, it's been like 60 days. Like I say, I don't consistently see anyone, and this person I've been seeing for a long time, like and just like familiar with him, not consistently for a long time.
Oh my God!
Why can't y'all be together since y'all been seeing each other for a long time?
Because he's too young for me. He's been, it's crazy, but he's a good person though, and I wish him goodwill. But we can't.
Okay. He makes $75K.
Oh yes, ma'am.
Ooh!
Oh yes, ma'am.
So let me ask you this: how much younger?
And yet she's not considering him. So he out here practicing on that ass. I'm just saying, is that what's going on? Help me understand. If that's the requirement, then and you got him and he's there, then what is the problem? Child, that's what I'm talking about. Y'all just be out here saying any old thing.
I'm selling cooch.
I beg your pardon.
I'm selling
Shit.
Where is he?
He just turned 30.
Oh, he's 10 years younger.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me ask you this: do you want something serious, or you feel like it's just not an option?
I do want something serious.
So you would want something serious with him. He doesn't want something serious with you?
I think that it's probably like, it's crazy, but basically, it's not that, but it is that. You know what I'm saying? Because he had someone that he was dealing with, and I think he really cared for her, but she didn't really care for him like that. So he's working himself through that. So he was sort of like in a relationship dealing with someone.
Okay.
At some point. But I wasn't his side at some point. I think I came back in the picture like after that.
So he's 10 years younger than you, though?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So does he know how you feel that you would want to be in a committed relationship?
I I mean, we express affection for each other, but we've never took it there. Like, I feel like as a man, I mean, if I tell you, like, I care about you, how I feel about you, I describe it. I feel like it's a man's job to cuff you. Because the worst feeling a woman can do is try to put herself all the way out there, and then that man don't receive you. If a man wants you, he gonna put them things on you.
But girl,
excuse me. So, like I said, he out here again when he can get while he can get it. Who thinks that a 30-year-old wants to deal with a woman with 6 damn kids? She over here talking about, basically, this is what she's saying. I'm hinting to him that I want to be with him, but he not taking the hint. If he was a real man, he would catch on to the hints and he would cuff me. Instead of coming out and saying, listen, sir, I'm looking for something that's more than this. And I love the meat stretching, but I'm looking for more. What's up? Because she don't want to give up that grade A. She don't want to give up the grade A. You heard? And even if the girlfriend comes back and decides that, oh, you know what? I love you. Let's do this again. He gonna go. She's sitting up here dealing with a man where she just said herself that he is not over basically his ex. And you still dealing with him. You're getting feelings for him. I'm assuming y'all meat stretching. And then when he leaves, all men ain't shit. Oh my God. How could you do this to a black woman? Wash, rinse, repeat. What do y'all think? I'm just saying, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. But go ahead. Ooh, Kendra, that face. Woo, Lord.
you already opened your legs for him, so you might as well tell him what you want.
Tell her.
I had. I mean, not like told him I want to be in a relationship. I don't know if I really want to. Like, I feel like we open, but I don't desire. I feel like I want to see other things too, because he's young.
So what are you calling me for tonight? Do you desire a relationship?
Yes, just not with him.
Okay.
Lies.
Okay. We got some paid questions for you, girl. You ready for
I know. I see him. Lord have mercy. I ain't tripping though, because like it is what it is.
Okay.
Look at who it is, y'all. Our boy RBN Through the Fire podcast is up here in the chat watching, looking for RBN. Are you here? Were you looking for your next woman child? This could be her child. Shout out to Skinny Boy member for a month. I see you. I appreciate you. RBN is over there on Kendra G. Okay. He said, Skinny Boy says, Nutavius got to hit them pork skins for free, but I need to make $75K for big. I gotta make $75K for Big Shirley. Michon, we need a Michael Jesus Jackson break. Damn, wait, let me read this again. Nutavius got to hit them pork skins for free, but I need to make $75K for Big Shirley. Michon, we need a Michael Jesus Jackson break. After all that shit, yo, you making me work with that one. Shout out to you, hun. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, hon. Shout out to everybody who is here. Hit the like button. I'm going to take this comment down so that y'all can see what Through the Fire podcast has to say. You over there giving her $20 damn, RBN. Woo! RBN, are you interested in this lady? You could tell us, child.
The Fire is a podcast. They said, question for Tessa. You have a Christian background. You did the non-Christian thing 6 times with 3 men. The man that you desire comes. How is he finding a good thing and taking care of another man's responsibilities?
Clearly, he wasn't listening to the conversation, Miss Kendra. Because didn't I say that it ain't about me finding a man to take care of my children? I said that I was trying to find someone who was interested for me. And that's another reason why I've been single so long, because I'm very protective of my children. I don't let men run in and out of my house. They've never seen that. They've never been exposed to that. So
You think they haven't seen it. Gentlemen in the chats, if you were raised by a single mama, did you know that there were men that was coming in and out when you was quote unquote sleep? Okay, I'm just saying.
So, yeah, I may have made a mistake 6 times in your eyes, but you don't know how God is receiving me because you don't know my relationship with God.
Oh. The Lord said, keep his name up out your mouth.
Shut the fuck up!
He said, leave my name out your mouth. Why? Somebody said it a little while ago. They said, why are you on this show if you don't want a relationship? Somebody said that somewhere. And it's like, yeah, girl, let's not act like that's not why you're on the show. You're looking for a man. So don't try to change it now because somebody's coming direct at your ass, you know?
That's the problem with Christians today. They always want to put their nose where it don't belong. Sweeping around somebody else's dough instead of their own.
Ma'am, you brought this to the internet. Ma'am, you brought this to the internet. Don't be mad at nobody because you brought this to the internet. I'm confused. See, it's only when it goes the way that they want to, everything is all good in the hood. You done sat here and told us about your 6 kids, which you tried to pass off as only 4. Let's not forget that part. 3 baby daddies. You told us that the condom broke. You told us 1 work at Walmart. You told us that 2 allegedly made 75. You on the low told us that you used to have some sort of assistance, even though now you're a strong, independent Black woman. And you also told us that you're messing with a dude who just turned 30. And even though you're not together, y'all meat stretching together. And now you want to be in a relationship with him, but you don't want to woman up to be the strong Black woman that you are to let him know because you know daggone well he ain't really interested in that at the end of the daggone day. He gonna leave. You won't get that grade A. And then you're going to be feeling some kind of way. Come on now. Now you want to sit up here and now bring it back to other Christians at other Christians' doorstep. You brought this to all of us. Man, we didn't know you. We didn't know all this bullshit about your life. Don't get mad now. That's what happens when you run off at the mouth too much. You in front of probably 4,000 people. Now you want to act like can't nobody say nothing. Nope, you get all the smoke. All of it. Shout out to Classic Perspective. Thank you, hon. He said she's mad at the internet for telling us she ain't shit. Excuse me. Exactly. This is how it always happens. Just like the few people that have come over to my videos after we have done reviews, reactions to them, and then they all mad talking about, I don't know what I'm talking about. I know what you said. You brought this to the internet. We would not know who you were. You're not out here. You're either out here because you know damn well you really want a man, or 2, you just need some damn attention for whatever your reasons are, whether it's to promote, whether you got a business or whatever the reasons are. You come onto this show because you want to be seen. She got over 250,000 people, if I'm not mistaken, approximately 3,000 to 4,000 people on a regular night, and then the replays. And she wants to sit up here and get mad because somebody pushing back on her dumbass shit. You said it. I was raised in a Christian home. Well, 6 times, child.
Hello. But I thank you, sister.
I think it was a guy. I will say to this. I think when you said intimidated, I think that any real man, right? If we're talking about real men,
yes,
not
ma'am.
A man who's just trying to have sex with you, see you every 2 months, never meet your kids. I'm not talking about him.
Yes,
I'm talking about a man that will be willing to partner with you in life. He would have to consider how he would be with your children, right?
Understandable.
So, I mean, like, whether you're looking for money or not.
Oh, so when Kendra says it, it's understandable. But when RBN says it, now all of a sudden you judging a Christian. You ain't a Christian and all that other bullshit. But when Kendra says it, it's okay. Child, you can't make it up.
He would have to, if he's a good quality man, have to understand that if I'm gonna love this woman, I have to love her children the same. And you do have 5-year-old twins, so you have two kids that will be in the house for at least another amount of years. So I think, I know you use the word intimidated, but I think a real man has to make sure he was ready to sign up for that. And I think, listen, as a mother, you shouldn't want a man who's not going to love on your kids, quite honest.
Exactly. But I just wanted to say, like, that wasn't the objective. I feel like that was like the baseline for that question. Like, they
come on, Divine Photos is out here in the chat too. Divine Photos up in there with Kendra G as well. Shout out to Divine Photos.
Was like, that's all I'm looking for. No, I want to grow to that. I don't want to come in and expect, because I'm not going to let that happen. You know what I'm saying? A man be all around my kids and do all that. I'm not that type of mom.
Okay. Divine Photo says, you should have those same standards before having the kids, not 6 kids later to have high standards now. Do you believe in compromising your standards?
I always had standards. I just chose to make bad choices. Like I said, everybody doesn't know everyone's background. I didn't have a father coming up. Not saying that I suffer from fatherist trauma. It's that looking for certain things in a relationship are real. So
she didn't have a father growing up, so that's her excuse, but she a strong, independent woman. And everybody don't need to have a daddy in the kid's life. I could do it all by myself. But when you want to make excuses for yourself, I didn't have a father in my life. I didn't have a father in my life. Child. Shout out to Crust, Dust, Must, Rust, Ashy Ass Bums. SYCBM, gentlemen. SYCBM.
You can't judge anybody just because they can't judge you. I don't know your secrets. You're not telling me things about you. So, that's how I would answer that question. You just assuming. You don't know anything about the baseline.
We just heard your whole story, ma'am. I see that she's feeling some kind of way for the pushback. How many times do I have I said that? They only like the attention that's well to them. Like when kids just say, oh, you got a big booty. Oh, you got a cornbread body over there. Yeah, girl. Now is you compromising your standards. You don't know my story. I don't know your secrets. You don't need to know anybody else's nothing. Because all of us don't have to get up here and run our mouths. We don't need this damn attention, and we ain't desperate to get on a damn show where now y'all saying people are getting scammed looking for a damn man. You getting on here, you need attention. Attention you shall have. Good, bad, and indifferent. It's an easy way to avoid this, ma'am. A very easy way to avoid this type stuff. Don't go on the effing show.
And so, but I get it though. That's a real question, but I'm not compromising my standards. I always had them. Sometimes I just lowered them.
That means you didn't have standards, ma'am. Sometimes I lowered my standards. Child, you can't make it up. Sometimes I lowered my standards. So then you got pregnant on purpose. But before you blamed it on the daggone, what was, the condom. She blamed it on the condom. But now you want to say, because of this question, now all of a suddenly it's, I lowered my standards. Ma'am, that's not a good thing to say. I'm just saying.
Look at your neighbor and say he's a meat stretcher. He'll stretch your meat. What? Hallelujah. I beg your pardon. Look at your neighbor and say he's a meat stretcher. He'll stretch your meat. Hallelujah.
Have been swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing where everything was overwhelmed? Have you ever been swallowed up?
Somebody meets stretching around here. Shout out to Classic Perspective. Appreciate you, hon. He said your story is you had the 1,000 weenie stare. Your standards are high. Not the 1,000 weenie stare. And she getting grade A now from the youngin'. Listen, I know he giving grade A because I be telling y'all stop giving out the grade A. Y'all don't listen. I know that's what y'all doing. In 2930, I promise you he giving out grade A. She ain't trying to give that up. She ain't trying to give that up. Watch that girlfriend turn around, the ex-girlfriend, the kind of girlfriend, turn around and be like, baby, I want to try again. And he going to be out and she going to be mad.
Okay. Coffee Killer said, having 6 kids, and if he brings 1 kid, that's 7 kids plus 2 adults, that's 9 people. How much money would this man have to realistically make? And what do you bring to a man in that income bracket?
Well, okay. If I'm hearing the question right, he's asking me basically, if a man have more kids, how much money do I make so I can help him out?
That's not what he said. This is a person that works in the mental health field. I agree with my girl where she takes appointments and she's about to be a nurse and she can't even understand a basic question. You know that she's not going to answer basically, what do you bring to the table? You know damn well she ain't trying to answer, what do you bring to the table? And here's the thing, the people, she don't know none of these people. We know these people. I don't know Coffee Killer. Y'all might know him. Just think for a second that they may be asking these questions for clarification in order to potentially date her. She getting smart because she don't answer the questions. Maybe this is why you are, what is it, a 6x3? Because you're showing to me, you're showing that you don't comprehend and you don't want to work with anyone. You want it your way, like Burger Damn King, and it just don't work out like that. And maybe that's why you are now a 6x3. Shout out to Brendan Jamal.
That's what I heard.
No, what he's saying is you have 6 kids.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's just say the man hypothetically has 1.
Mm-hmm.
So now
that's just 1. Imagine if he had more.
7 kids, and then 2 adults, you and that man. So that's really 9 people.
Change the damn battery.
If a man is a provider in the most case, and he's looked at to provide for himself and his 1 child, and you and your children. She does have older children though, Coffee Killer, 21 and 19. I guess he's saying, how much money do you think a man would have to make to take care of all those bills? And what do you bring to a man in that income bracket?
What is the income bracket again? Just 75,000?
Well, I know your
That was your request.
75K. I don't know what the cost of living in North Carolina, but
it doesn't matter.
75,000, Miss Kendra. You gotta make at least.
She worrying about being nice to Kendra and not to the daggone men asking the damn questions who are basically the potentials for why she came on this damn show. Woo! Lord. I see ain't nothing changed over here.
Okay, you got to make at least $70,000 to $75,000. A 1-bedroom up here is like $1,200.
Right.
So then you would need like an 18-bedroom for you, his kids, and you and him.
Now we're talking about you got a 3-bedroom, right? And then if he had a child, a 5. Literally, this is a 5-bedroom situation, probably.
I'm
right?
Yes.
That would be a 5. So how much would a person have to make for a 5-bedroom situation?
If you're renting, probably anywhere from $18,000 to $2,000 a month. Mortgage could be, less than that, about $950, $1,000. It just depends.
Do you make $75K?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm assuming one thing, Coffee Killer, I think we have to include. You're gonna contribute to the bills, correct? Or no?
You are crazy, Miss Kid. You say, oh no, or no.
I don't know. Maybe
that was a question, ma'am. Ma'am, that was a question. She ain't trying to contribute nothing. But you don't get to meet my kids like somebody said, like somebody rushing to meet your kids. Child, I'm not a man, but I'm not interested in meeting nobody's gremlins. Ever, never, no way. I see him coming with that crazy ass hair. I'm crossing the street. I'm doing it. I don't like, fuck them kids, all right? Woo! Ma'am, you can't even answer them. This is going to be a nurse, y'all. This is a future nurse. Good luck to y'all if you got to go in the hospital and have her be your nurse. How much medicine do you take? What's wrong with you?
Okay, let me find out. Do you not want to contribute? Do you want this man to pay all the bills?
I mean, so it's like, it would be great for a man to pay all the rent. That would be ideal. What woman wouldn't want that? But I ain't going to say that's what I have to have.
It's a woman that should have closed the deal with one of the men she had children with, to be quite honest with you, honey. Like, I think to now have this expectation that the men you had children with didn't fulfill is what your challenge is going to be. So you want a new man to come into this household and pay all the bills where you and your kids live, and you didn't require that from the 3 men you had children with?
Who said that?
I just asked you that because I
No.
said.
Oh, I didn't hear you ask me that. I didn't
No.
hear you ask me that.
Okay, well,
Girl.
Coffee Killer is making the assumption that the man is paying all of the bills. So I was getting ready to rebuttal that and say, well, you make 75K. So I'm assuming you would want to contribute to the bills, but then you paused and you laughed and you made it seem like, well, no, you don't want to pay the rent.
Oh, it lagged then because I was laughing at the way.
Now it lagged. I tell you, these biatches, woo, Lord, 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 any excuse is better than it lagged, y'all. It was lagging.
Way you had said something before that. That's why I was laughing. It was something that you said, like how you said it was funny to me. So that's why I laughed. I didn't hear that part.
You followed it up with what Miss Kendra, what woman wouldn't want somebody to
Exactly.
pay all the bills.
Come on, Kendra. Mm-hmm. Don't look perplexed.
That CBD might be good. Okay, so I missed the question.
Now your nurse is on CBD. Now y'all's future child, we were not supposed to be here this long. Now your future nurse is on CBD, y'all. Woo!
And before I said, I missed something in there, but nevertheless, let's pick it up because I missed something because I was off.
Well, let me just ask you it directly. Do you want this? Is the expectation for the new guy to pay the rent or the mortgage entirely?
It would be nice, but I ain't gonna require that. Because I ain't never had that. So that's not an expectation of me. I've always had to take care of myself, Miss Kendra. So I'm not gonna, that's going above like, doing something out of the ordinary. I'm not requiring a man to pay all my rent.
Okay.
Out the gate, if he finds me, and we move in together.
Okay, hold on. We talk, because I feel like I'm not trying to make you change your standard. Okay, so I want to get clear, but I do want to understand. Right. So if that is your request, then that is your request. But I need to get clarity because just said out the gate. So is the expectation at some point in time that this man will be paying all of the bills?
I don't think so, Miss Kendra. I don't think
so. I don't think so. I don't think so. Not a firm no. I don't think so. Then you get your ass on in there. Because, of course, she's going to want you to move in with her. Your kids will come visit on the weekends. They'll sleep on the couch or on the floor. Woo! Good luck, gentlemen. Anyone reaching out? Bueller. Bueller. Shout out to Omega Sun's Life for another 2. He said, from now on, I answer questions like little Woody. Oh my God. Shout out to you, hon. I feel like that's how she answered the daggone questions. She is not paying attention to nothing. She answered what was the truth. Now she wanted to try to change it up. Kendra, stay on that ass. Shout out to Classic Perspective with another 5. Appreciate you. He said first year doctor residents start at $50K nationwide on average. She's lying. I don't think she make no damn 75,000. Maybe she does. That's not even the point, right? But like Squeegee Kid said, no sense of finance, which I've always said for you coloreds, not y'all, but you know what I'm saying. No financial knowledge whatsoever. You don't even care about the fact that you don't even think about the fact that a man that might even be interested may have kids of his own. Don't even think about that. All you think about you and yourself and your kids. And you talking about what somebody else ain't gonna do, not gonna come into your house. And you try and say that a mortgage is like $900 for what is that? 6? Well, 4 or 5 for her. A man is 6, and say he has 2, 8. A family of 8, and you think you're gonna live someplace for $1,000 on a mortgage? Ma'am, stop this. I don't care if it's North Damn Carolina. That's not true. That don't make sense. You ain't even thinking that far ahead. She ain't thinking about money. She just out here doing the same old. You just got to make this much money. And, she didn't really firmly say that he doesn't have to take care of her. It's so I forget how she put it, but it'll be back on the table if you ask me.
I think so. That would be a reality that I would expect. No, ma'am. I don't.
I just think that I know we looking for a superhero child, but I think this is what made you frustrated. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm
Right.
not saying it's right or wrong, but this is what they're gonna say. This is why I think Coffee Killer, because I was getting ready to defend you because I felt like,
of course you were.
His question was about a man coming in and his income had to take care of solely 9 people, right? And I wasn't sure if that was your expectation. I thought, yes, you come with 6 kids, but you already make a good living. So a part of me thought you would contribute to the household.
Of course.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
That's probably where I had the disconnect at, is right there, how you just broke it down.
Of course.
Now I understand the question. No, ma'am, I don't expect a man to come in and just take care of all my responsibilities. These are not his children. That's a reality at the end of the day.
Okay.
Did somebody ask if she get child support?
All right. Now go back to my questions. I asked you your 3 flaws.
No.
No, ma'am.
What are your 3 flaws?
Being impulsive, being too strong sometimes, and being too I don't want to say like friendly, but more like I'm too trustworthy sometimes.
Okay, too trustworthy sometimes. All right. And why would a guy be lucky to be with you, honey?
For one, because I can cook. And now I'm a good person overall. Like I said, everybody has their own backgrounds. It's easy for people to be in comments and saying 1,000 things, but everybody has a place where they come from. Everybody has a place where they're trying to go. A person who would be ideal to go along with me on my journey is someone who is family oriented, of course. Someone who appreciates a strong Black woman. Someone who appreciates an educated woman. Respects the fact that I still have aspirations and dreams too. Expect to respect the business aspect of me. I feel like I'm not a shark, but I'm definitely not a tadpole. You know, I try to go get it.
Girl, what?
Regardless, you know, I love being a mom. I love being a go-to person. People find it very easy to talk to me because, believe it or not, I do listen. I don't always just talk. I do listen. So a person would be lucky to me because I'm loyal. I'm consistent. A lot of times, and we just have to, it's hard to accept the fact that women get targeted for virtues too, for having good things, because they have a light that shines so bright that people will be attracted to that to misuse it. Unfortunately, I was able to escape that and not be stuck in it like a lot of my sisters. I was able to break through from that. So I'm very proud of that today. A man that respects that and honors that would be ideal for me as well. We all have a past. So if you want me to
Child, I'm gonna need a drink. Child, I'm gonna need a drink. When are you cutting her off, child? Because Kendra, come on now. She is word vomiting, saying absolutely damn nothing, child.
accept and deal with you, we have to be able to find a medium. Yep.
Okay, you definitely have a bubbly spirit. All right, Tessa, let's do it. What's the age range you would date, honey? You're 40.
Yeah, so I'm always getting like
30.
the attraction from like guys, it's like 26, 27, 28. I really don't like that. And I mean,
Lies.
It's that you dated a 30-year-old man that you wish y'all could be in a relationship with.
Exactly.
Kendra, I didn't say it like that. Like,
What did you say?
That's exactly what you said. So just because we can synopsis, now that's not what she said. Child, you cannot make this shit up. That is exactly what you said.
You told me the guy you slept with 60 days ago is 30 years old and you would like to be in a relationship with him.
I didn't say it like that. I said
Oh
I
my
might consider it, and I
God.
was saying that because his age. He's 20.
So you don't want to be in a relationship with him?
No, because he's too young. I would like to have someone at least 35 and up.
Okay, 35 and up. All right, should he be in North Carolina?
Yeah, it depends on what district he was born in, you know, what side. But I'm open to a man that is in a rural country area. I love country men, like I said. Hardworking country man is always just attractive to me. So look at you bored with it, Miss Kendra.
I'm not bored with nothing.
Okay.
I'm
I would
bored.
like to have a strapping guy like you have. You have a very nice. No, I ain't saying it like that. You just
Girl, Kendra ain't worrying about you taking her man.
you blessed. So
I received that. I am very
Shout out to Earl.
fortunate. I will leave it at that.
and he treats you well. Yes, ma'am. You got to like
He's He's not a common man at all, but we'll focus on you.
Thank you.
Tessa, okay, the time has come. Are you on the Kendra G Singles dating app?
No, ma'am.
You're not.
I'm
Okay.
interested. I'll download
Does it cost money to get on Kendra's app, y'all?
it tonight.
Okay. Now, how do you spell your name? Is it spelled like that?
Yes, ma'am.
Tessa. All right, your name is not on the app right now.
No, ma'am.
So you can use your name and you'll be able to find, it'll be easy for the guys to find you. So Tessa, look, they say, girl, you come from me. Tessa will be her name on the Kendra G Singles dating app. Tessa will be her name on the Kendra G Singles dating app. Download the app for the guy that's interested. Create your profile, and we'll.
Shout out to Kendra for monetizing the hell out of this shit show. She said, you ain't giving out shit. Get your ass on the app. That's it. That's all.
See what it does.
Thank you, Miss Kendra. You're so pretty, girl.
Thank you,
I
baby.
love your melanin, girl.
All right,
Giving.
Tessa, you keep me posted how it goes, babe.
I will. Thank you for having me, Miss Kendra. You have a good night.
You too. Ooh, y'all up tonight. I didn't expect y'all to be this up, but y'all up. There was a comment earlier. I wanted to respond to this. Through the Fire podcast said, Miss Kendra. Oh, is it going? Oh, wait, I got to see it.
Open your eyes,
Miss
girl.
Kendra, do you ever have moments when you think Black folks will never be able to reclaim meaningful connections with each other based on expectations that we express on Kendra G Singles? I wanted to answer this. Absolutely. Absolutely. I have talked about this several times. First and foremost, I've been talking about this a lot lately because I've been doing interviews for the After Everything. First of all, I love my show. I love this, right? We're communicating right now via YouTube. All over the world, we're watching, we're giving ourselves a chance at love for someone who might not be in our city. So it's the gift and the curse. So back in the day, let's go to things when marriage was high probabilities. First of all, women didn't have a lot of income. So marriage was like a part of, you guys watch Game of Thrones and Bridgerton, like the old times, women literally had to get married because you had to get out of your parents' house. There wasn't income, right? So a husband was literally your income. Also, it was shamed upon years ago having children without being married, right?
It still is. It still is. Okay. I don't care what she says. It still is. It ain't working out. It ain't working out specifically for the community. And yet the community wants to continue to do it. But carry on.
No judgment. I mean, listen, my mom had me and my parents weren't married, so there's no judgment. But once upon a time, having kids out of wedlock was looked down upon. So now you can have kids out of wedlock. You're not really judged. And the world has become smaller. So now just instead of dating the man in your city who's in front of you, you have social media at your oasis. And that has become a big issue because a lot of women in particular want the same type of guy. There's men walking, right, this planet, but there's not enough of the same type of man that most women desire. So yeah, I sit here, I always try to tell people, I love my show, I love my app, but don't negate your real life. And if you don't like your real life options, work on changing your real life. And I say that as a dating app owner, as a person that hosts a dating show on social media. I want me to be your second option.
Kendra, you're not the second option. You are not the second option, and that's part of the daggone problem as well. I'm not saying Kendra is a problem. All I'm saying is that everybody think they got all these choices because now they got the whole world open up to them, and then wonder how they get effing scammed. Y'all getting scammed by damn Dr. Umar, but then you think that shout out to the Squeegee Kid. And I'm going to go bring the episode up where the person got scammed out of $30,000. I believe I saw that as a highlight. But you get scammed, but these are the same people that said they don't want a man, they don't need a man, and I'm strong, independent, don't need a man. So how you getting scammed by all these men? I'm confused. Why is Kendra's show got so many people on it when y'all don't want no man? You want a bear. From what I've been seeing, y'all want the bear. Men ain't shit. You ain't got shit. You ain't gonna be shit. You ain't trying to be shit. You shit. But somehow, some way, Kendra gets 4,000 people every single time she goes live, and who knows what the hell she do on Instagram. Something just ain't right. Somebody be lying. Like I said, you can say whatever you want. I'm a biatch too. Y'all just out here lying. So if you would just stop lying to yourself and the internet, your friends, your girls, and all that stuff, straighten your ass out, act like you got some damn sense, just be normal. I'm sure you can find a normal person. But no, everybody got to act like everybody else because they think they're going to miss out on something. You think you Meg Thee Stallion. You think you Sexy Damn Red. You think you, I don't know, whoever the hell else. So you want to try to emulate them and act like them, the Kardashians, because now that you got a camera and you can turn it on, you get people to view you, you think that means something, and it don't. Then you get scammed because some man can come through and say, hey, and you tossing out money. Then all of a sudden he crust dust, rust, must, and ashy ass bums, but you freely gave up the money. But you so smart. And you know everything, and you got it going on, and you want man to come and take care of your ass, even with 6 kids by 3, a 6 by 3, a 5 by 5, and all the other rest of it. I'm just saying, I'm confused. Maybe it's just me.
Real life should be your first option, and if you're coming to terms that no man or woman in your real life is a person that you want to partner with, then you should work on changing your real life to get you in rooms and around the kind of people you want to build a life with. So that's that.
All right, child.
We do not care.